Hi friends, today is a special video. I'm going to show you 10 Halloween plushie crochet patterns, both free and paid. And what's special about this video is that I'm going to show you a sample of each pattern that I made. After I show you each sample plushie pattern, I'm going to talk about the yarn that I use, the hook size that I used versus the one in the pattern, and just kind of talk about how easy or challenging the pattern was and my personal recommendations. I'm going to start with the free patterns first and then move on to the paid patterns. Links for everything will be down in the description below, and don't be afraid to comment if you have any questions in the comment box. Our first free pattern is a classic little ghosty. It is super small and cute. It's really cute. I added, I believe 9mm eyes. I added the face. He's got little arms. I used white Bernat blanket yarn, and this is a free pattern by Bailey over at Crochet with Bay. I actually found this on her Instagram. I follow her on Instagram, and I just took screenshots of the pattern that she posted. I believe this took me not even 20 minutes. Our next free pattern is by Whimsical Yarn Creations. It is a Franken-ghosty, and honestly, for a free pattern, you can't beat this. It was super easy to follow. He turned out super, super cute. I just happened to have all the right colors in Parfait Chunky. I am a little disappointed that I didn't make his bow tie bigger like the one in the photo, but he's still really, really cute. I used Parfait Chunky throughout, 18mm eyes, and a 5.5mm crochet hook. And lastly, I believe this took me about an hour to make. Number 3 is this mini cauldron pattern. As soon as I saw this pattern, I knew I had to buy it. This was before I even knew that I was going to be making a Halloween pattern roundup video. It is so stinking cute. So the bubbles coming out of it almost look like hair to me, which is super, super cute. And if you are an ACOTAR fan, if you know, you know. So I ended up using Sweet Snuggles Light. I used the 5mm hook that the pattern called for. I didn't have 18mm eyes at the time, which is what it called for. So I used 14mm eyes, and it's okay. I did not add the face to mine because I didn't want to, but this is the top that comes out. This is a super, super cute pattern. I wouldn't say that this is necessarily a quick make. It does have an interior lining to it. If I'm trying to remember, because this part alone took me like 30 minutes, maybe, I would say probably it took me a little over an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes to make the whole thing. I'm trying to remember, but I really enjoyed making it, and it was super cute. Number 4 is this spider pattern by Crochet Code on Etsy. And honestly, I was just trying to find a spider pattern because it's a Halloween pattern roundup. I actually really enjoyed making this. I didn't think that I would. And it actually turned out super, super cute. I'm very happy with how it turned out, so much so that I could see me making more of these in the future. So I made this in the classic gray color that's on the pattern listing photo. In gray, Bernat blanket, 6mm hook. I used just whatever eye sizes I had. You could probably definitely make these bigger, smaller, or even add another row of eyes back here. And as I was finishing this up, I was thinking this is actually a really versatile pattern, because even though I just made the listing color for this one, you could do several different color changes and make it like a black widow. I'm not a spider expert, so I don't know all the different kinds, but you could definitely do a lot with this pattern. And I even thought, I used Bernat, but you could do all different weights of yarn and different hook sizes and make all different sizes and use it as Halloween decor around your home. I actually went from kind of just sort of dreading making a spider to highly recommending this beautiful pattern. Well done, Crochet Code. So lastly, with all the legs and everything, this took me about an hour. Next, we have this little ghost on a swing pattern. I think this is the cutest thing ever. I knew as soon as I saw this when I was researching different patterns that I was definitely going to buy and make this one, and I'm so glad that I did. It is so, so cute. Now, I will say that mine turned out a little bigger than this. I think it's intended to like hang on your the mirror in your car or something. Or maybe like in a window or something. So full transparency, I used a 4mm hook instead of the really, really small hook that the pattern called for, just because I do not enjoy using the small hooks, but I should have, because this is what he looks like. And this is what he does. He's just too chubby. I made him too big. So use the hook size that comes with the pattern. He's still really cute. I think if maybe so you hook him through his little arms right here. I think if I tacked him down to the swing, that maybe he wouldn't do that. And I have his little hat right here that I did not attach because I wasn't sure if I wanted to put it on there like for me to keep. Right, but he's still really cute. I do believe if you follow the pattern and use the teensy tiny hook that's on there, it would work just perfect. Actually, the pattern by Yarny Paradise comes with 2 patterns. You've got the ghosty swing here, and then it also comes with these little ghosty keychains with super cute little half moons. It comes with this little flower, and you can also make this little pumpkin pail that comes with it. I did not, unfortunately, have time to make this one, but I went ahead and wanted to let you know that you do get that with this same pattern. Also, if you're wondering what my shirt says, it says Hocus Pocus, I need yarn to focus, because are you really a crafter if you don't get crafty ADD? Because I do. I got this from Taylor Lynn Crochet. It has been a few years ago though, so I'm not sure if she's still selling them, but I will say every time I wear it in public, I get compliments on it. So the next one is this super cute ghosty popper pattern. So if you have not discovered Canvas and Code on Etsy, you need to go check out her page, because she has all different kinds of poppers and they are so cute. I will definitely be buying more of her patterns. So this is the little pumpkin ghosty. It's so cute. Look at it. So I'm sorry. Okay, get it together, Brittany. He's in the little pumpkin and he just goes in and out like this. It's very easy to just pop him in and out, and he goes up and down. It's not stuffed. That's the trick. He's not stuffed at all. Even with the eyes and all the sewing the things on, it only took me like 25 minutes maybe to make this. And I feel like if you were batch making this, you could definitely cut that time down quite a bit. I ended up using Parfait Chunky, which is, I believe, what was used in the original pattern. And I ended up using a 5mm hook just because I thought I didn't have a 4.5. I do. I found it after I'd already made it. But it'd probably be even cuter with the 4.5mm hook. I actually have 2 bat patterns for you today. I have a quick and easy one, and then a longer one that is beautiful, but it does take a little bit longer. They're both really cute. They're just depending on if you're trying to crank some out really quick or you don't mind taking your time. The first one is the quick one. It is by Mom Stitchetti. I highly recommend Mom Stitchetti's patterns. I've purchased from her before. I would have recommended this pattern without making it, just because I know what her pattern writing style is. And this is the ones that I made. I made a black one and a purple one, but if you are a crocheter, I almost didn't want to show this one, because if you're a crocheter, you know that black is awful. It, like, all the little thingies stick to it, and so I just feel like I'm like a monkey just constantly picking at it. But he's still really cute. I did not put faces on them on purpose. I just liked the way, well, the purple's got some on it too. I used Bernat blanket for both of these, and I used a size 7 hook. And I honestly don't remember what size eyes these are. These are really cheap ones that I got on Amazon a long time ago that I will not be repurchasing again. I do not recommend safety eyes from Amazon except the all black ones. These are a very quick make. I think I made each of these in like 30 minutes, maybe 40. And if you were batch making, you could definitely do the wings and the body and cut down that time really well. Black yarn is such a pain in the rear end. I almost never use it anymore because it's just such a pain getting all the little pieces off that get stuck to it, and you can see everything. Okay, the next bat is this one by Crochet Grove, and I have purchased from Crochet Grove before. I love literally everything that she makes. I highly recommend it. I have both the mama bat and the baby bat pattern. Unfortunately, I only had enough time to make the mama bat this time, but I have made both of them before that I'll put a picture of right here that you can see. I think this pattern is absolutely adorable. And what I love about Crochet Grove's patterns is they're extremely thorough. Like, she had a whole page on there just of various yarn and hook size recommendations depending on what type of yarn you're using. And so you really get your money's worth with her patterns. I did like a purple on gray just because I just think that looks really, really cute. This did take me about an hour and 20 minutes. So it's not a super quick make, but it is super cute. I did use a Parfait Chunky on this with the 5mm hook. And then for the eyes, I used 18mm eyes on the mama bat. I will say, even though this is not a quick make, when I made the mama and the baby bat last year, the first market I took it to, it was gone like that. So I don't want to say I've saved the best patterns for last because I really liked a lot of these patterns and will definitely make them again. But the last few patterns are ones I was literally searching for Halloween themed patterns and wasn't sure what to buy. And I ended up loving these last few. I made them into plushie dolls, bigger ones. The original pattern, they were a little bit smaller, but I absolutely love this Halloween doll pack from Jennifer Ward. So let's start with the Frankenstein. Look at him! He's so cute! Okay, so I was just glad that I had the right green. I had literally just ordered this Bernat green color. I don't know if it's new. I haven't seen it before, but it was perfect for Halloween. It's just called green. So let's talk about Frankie. I followed the pattern spot on other than my hook size. So obviously, as you can tell, he is sporting the Bernat blanket yarn throughout. He is sporting 24mm eyes, and he has some stitching sewed on to his mouth and his little boo-boo up here. I also used a 7mm hook. That is not what the pattern calls for, but I wanted him to be a little hefty on purpose. This pattern was super easy. I probably, if my daughter hadn't interrupted me a bunch of times, I would have been able to make this in about an hour. Like, it doesn't look like it's that fast, but it is. I highly recommend the Frankenstein doll by Jennifer Ward. So the next doll in the pack is the zombie one. Just absolute perfection. Like, I'm not like really all about zombies. I did watch Walking Dead back in the day, like we all did, right? But I'm not really into making this kind of stuff, but this is super cute. I think next year I will definitely prep some of these ahead of time for Halloween because they are just too much. So like his buddy Frankie, he is sporting all Bernat blanket. I used a 7mm hook on him as well, and I used 30mm eyes on him. I would have used 24 like I did with Frankie, but that was the only set I had, and this was the next best thing. The only other size I had was 18, and that was way too small. I put it in without putting the back on, and it was just not the right size. So I did end up having to use Parfait Chunky for his boo-boo stitches because I didn't have a bright enough red to make that, give it the look that I wanted. I stitched a smile on, and these are the brains. So what other kind of crochet pattern roundup ideas would you be interested in? I've drafted some like Friendsgiving themed ones, some Christmas themed ones, some Harry Potter themed ones. Let me know in the comments what other kinds of patterns you would like to see. And if you really enjoyed this video but don't really feel like making any of these or don't have time, they will be for sale in my shop. I'll link my website below where you can purchase any of the things that you've seen here today, except for the ghosty swing because he was a little chubba-wub and he's probably just gonna stay with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.